As we arrive at the halfway point in the split, both teams are out in front of the pack while others are playing catch-up. It's very clear that TSM and Cloud9 are the teams to beat right now, but that's not to say they are unbeatable by any means.
Did you feel more pressure, I guess, when you guys were in last split?
No, actually, I don't think I felt more pressure back then. I think I feel more pressure now because we're actually dropping games, whereas before we weren't at all. And if we ever dropped a game, it was just whatever, we can move past it and we'll just keep going. I never really expected to go in any match to win or lose.
We didn't do as well as last split because, for one, the teams this split are much stronger, even if they're the same teams. A lot of the teams have improved. So it's very hard to maintain your dominant record when every other team in the league just got infinitely better. And then as far as us being in second, that happens if a team's better than us. And at the moment, TSM is playing very well, and they've been playing better than us. I want to say we can maybe pull it out and climb ahead of them, which would be great. But at the moment, they're playing better. So we need to improve our play for us to take back first.
There's not exactly a rule book for a league. You know, there's not just somewhere you can go. There's no YouTube tutorials how to be the best team in the world. You just sort of got to figure it out yourself. So there's a lot of trial and error, and hopefully we'll get there.
I think what we need to work on more is our laning phase, mechanically outplaying the other players, because TSM right now, what's going for them is they're outplaying their opponents really well. Like Bjergsen playing mid, he always gets a solo kill somehow. If you get a solo kill, you pretty much snowball the game. Like the other laner's weak and you just take over the game from there.
After experiencing Worlds and just seeing how the other teams play, the Chinese and Koreans are both like extremely aggressive, and that just pretty much rolled over all the passive play. So we sort of like rethought our approach, and we're trying to be more aggressive. But obviously, like, it's a lot harder to do because if you're playing aggressive and you mess up, you pretty much just like shoot yourself in the foot and the face because you lose. So we're basically trying to do that, and there's some growing pains. You know, we mess up.
Yeah, I think it's more that the aggressive playstyle always leaves you open to more mistakes. Like, you have to be basically playing perfect all of the time to make it work perfectly all of the time. Whereas a more like slow, kind of just waiting for things to happen can be more consistent, but at this point it just doesn't work.
Stealthies is so broken. Your spells and attacks does an extra damage.
Yeah, 3 times every 30 seconds.
3 every 30.
So it's broken.
How's it
How's
broken?
that broken?
Same shit as before.
No,
It's better.
It's way better than before.
It's
No,
better.
It's an extra 30 damage every 30 seconds.
Before it was only attacks generate gold, and only every like what 8 seconds.
It wasn't only attacks.
It was only attacks.
It was attacks and spells.
It's
It was
attacks and
only
spells.
attacks.
No, it's not.
Okay, money. $10 is only attacks. Done. Okay, let's look it up.
Is this from the
I'm looking it up right now.
4.3 patch?
Stealthy's edge.
Auto attacks against champions grant 4 gold once. That's only 12 gold every 30 seconds. If you use all your charges.
Yeah, it's
And an extra 30 damage.
30 extra damage.
And you lose the 10 AP.
Okay.
It's garbage.
It's like infinite.
Okay, I don't know about garbage, but
You get more gold this way, and you do like way more damage.
Way more damage.
Yes, way more.
Way more.
Yeah.
That.
Lemon Nation, who many see as the brains behind Cloud9, executes on a lot of the picks and ban strategy before going into their matches. He's an invaluable asset to the team with his meticulous approach to the game.
I am Derek Hart, my gamer tag is Lemonation. I play support for Cloud9 and I am 24. I graduated from the University of St. Thomas with a master's in computer science. My father always played video games with me when I was like very young. The first game he probably showed me was Doom. So I played that with him. We played Baldur's Gate, and then I played Diablo with him a lot, Diablo 1. Before he'd buy me a new game, he'd always like make me read books. He'd be like, if you read these 3 books, I'll buy you like Diablo 2 when that came out, and things like that. That's how he tried to get me to, I don't know, become smarter, try to bribe me with video games. The thing that I actually took competitively was probably Counter-Strike. when I played that Counter-Strike 1.6. I was never that good at it, but I played in like Cal-O and Cal-IM a little bit, so I was like the shot caller for the team, trying to like, be competitive at like age 15, and then never really got anywhere with that because I was not that good. I think it's just the champion Janna is what made me go support. Like I started playing that champion and I really enjoyed kiting and like never dying since she's so annoying to deal with, and I really enjoyed playing just that champion. So I mained that champion for like my first like 6 months of the game, just playing that champion. And from there, I just moved to other sports since that was kind of like what was expected of me. I definitely put in the most work thinking about picks, bans, what we're picking, team comps. I'm definitely thinking about the game the most, probably. Usually it's first research. We research what we think the other team is going to pick, like what their pick order for each champion is, things like that. So we get a good idea of what we'll think they'll do. We'll go through a bunch of different situations where we ban certain things, they ban certain things, and we kind of see what the team comps will come out, and we see if we want that. Usually it's me like writing down what I think they'll pick, all these like different situations, and then I bring these situations to the team and see what they think about it basically, and see if they want these matchups, see what they think certain matchups are good for them or bad. I'll usually have like 3 or 4 like written out situations for each team, bans and picks, everything. Depending on how meticulous I'm being, I'll have more or less depending on each team, and having the whole like pick order for each player banned out. That's more rare. Usually that's not necessary. Usually I just have a few different situations written down, and we'll just try to keep in mind what they play. Very rare that we get the exact situation mapped out that actually happens. Usually it'll be close. Like that's what we want, to be as close as possible. But definitely they've thrown us like curveballs. Fnatic at Worlds did the best job of outpicking banning us. We did not expect them to know High's champ pool that exact, that they would ban in such a way and pick in such a way, so they definitely caught us off guard. At the very least, I watch picks and bans for almost everything. I don't always have time to watch all the games, but I try to. I look up to Fumandu the most out of any other sport player in the world. I think he's been the best. Straight up the best mechanically. He doesn't make mistakes. His builds are extremely smart and innovative as well. He knows which champions are the best and which ones to play, like, more than anyone else. If I'm looking for, like, ideas on what champions to play or, like, what are good runes or masteries, I go to him first and check out what he's doing and seeing if that looks good. Personally, I don't really like fame. I would much rather be, like, not famous if that was a choice in this. I would rather just be, like, a hermit and just avoid it. I just want to win. I don't want fame or anything like that.
Afro. Wow, don't even say hi. I said hello. Don't even say hi.
But now let's check out the starting lineups. On the blue side, it's Counter Logic Gaming.
And
support.
on the red side, it's Cloud9.
They go right onto High. A very nice attack. He shields. He's getting everything. And only Aframu's there to help him. They throw down the Wild Growth, but Dexter's going to have to walk out on this. A very nice fight coming in from Counter Logic Gaming as they completely reposition themselves to the bottom side of Dragon. This could be, oh man, they go right on a Sneaky. He's not even gonna get a chance to blink on this one. The ultimate quickly taken out. Dexter with the great aggro from the turret on that.
The tempo has completely shifted in CLG's favor, and now they're chasing balls down here.
What is this going on right now? Neon goes into Dragon's Descent. It's a few more bites. He protects his goal.
And being outside of the turret doesn't really help them.
Everything's gonna be really hard.
Wow,
oh my gosh! Sneaky's level 12. Double Lift is level 15 right now. These guys are getting completely and surgically removed from the map. Meteos will be next.
Meteos going down to regular
Minions LP!
All right, that should be it. CLG running into the base here. Only one Nexus turret.
Wow!
And Link is gigantic.
What a fantastic game! A surrender from Cloud9 and Counter Logic Gaming goes 6-5 with the win.
Wow. You have to be worried for CLG though, because the spinner might have landed on.
Yeah, what, dude? My ass. Yeah, that's pretty. And that means I couldn't kill him super.
You know what? We just didn't do anything earlier.
Didn't have vision of Vi, so you couldn't go into it.
So we did jack shit anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, the I was farming, like, I couldn't tell.
If we needed to dive top, do something, gain something, go in the jungle, anything. But we just stripped off, didn't take any advantage, and then we had game next to I thought Dragon Pet, you guys didn't buy, right?
Nope.
They didn't.
They did bot lane. Near the bot lane did.
Yeah. Got shit on that fight.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that blue.
Red.
I think the Draven was the weakest part because we weren't able to force on the Leona.
I think like the biggest thing was that at that first dragon fight, Draven's much weaker than the Sivir without items because Draven can only auto attack and Sivir has her Q and like utility along with it, you know?
Yeah.
So we kind of got shit at and we shouldn't have started that dragon anyway, which was bad of us. But I thought we could win the fight because I was pretty strong.
I thought we could win it too.
But then like they did no damage. I'm like, oh shit.
There we go. Because they had Vi and we picked two like highly immobile champions and I didn't want to be in either of those lanes to begin with. And we didn't necessarily win the 3v3s. So it would have been better if we had like a mid and bot that could be defensive enough to knock down a Vi and allowed me to just like shit on their Shyvana with Renekton. Probably would have been the best way to go about it because Sivir Leona is not going to die if they don't want to die.
Cloud9 would go on to beat Dignitas the next day, but their loss would not soon be forgotten. We'll now check in with TSM to grab their thoughts on the season so far and what it's like to be on top.
I had no idea we'd be doing so well going into this split. I knew that, we were going to have Bjergsen, we were going to do pretty well. I didn't expect us to only drop one game. I mean, usually teams drop a couple games each split and it's pretty normal and you just take it as it is. And it's not a big deal. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. We can go 27-1 and you can still lose in the playoffs. So we're still going to try really hard. We're not going to suck off and make sure that we do well playoffs.
We adapt really fast. That's sort of, I guess, the reason why we're always near the top. We've adapted really fast to any changes, especially at the support changes. I had some new junglers add, and Bjergsen's constantly changing his pool. So I feel that's a big reason why TSM has been so strong for so long is they just constantly adapt to what's the strongest.
Teams really want to beat us because it's really satisfying to beat a 11-1 team, and I guess it's TSM after all, and no one likes when the fans chant and they really want to beat TSM.
Hey guys, Hicks, CG, Coast, let's get together and play against TSM, something like that. Wouldn't be surprised. It kind of happened in Season 2, where we really had a huge target on our back, and I think it's going to happen again if we still keep this record. So I'm not sure how much I want to keep this record.
For me personally, I definitely feel like I have a bullseye on my back because it's Link was the only mid laner I hadn't lane against, and people were super hyping it, and people were making YouTube videos about CLG TSM rivalry and how Link is gonna destroy me and it's NA's last hope and all this stuff. There's definitely pressure from about other mids from the fans and the community.
Yeah, Bjergsen is a really good player. He's gotten 2 MVPs, literally dominates the KDA and dominates mid, and he's done really well. The guy plays, he performs, does well, and we work well as a team, and that's kind of all you need. And usually when a team is doing well, there isn't much drama going behind the scenes. That's kind of how it is with most teams. Pretty happy right now with the team, and hopefully we keep this up going to the end of the split and next split, and hopefully to Worlds.
Personally, I could care less if we drop 1 or 2 games. It's all about what we learn from those games. If we lose those games and we don't learn anything from them, then that's when I'm gonna be like, wow, the pressure is on. We just played this game really bad and there's nothing to learn from it, and we're just repeating the same mistakes. That's when the pressure starts to come on because we're starting to do things that we shouldn't be doing, and this is our job. So when something goes wrong, we need to work individually and as a team to fix it.
I think the biggest surprise has definitely been Coast not being top 3. I was expecting them to be top 3 with us and Cloud9 because we scrimmed against them a lot before the season and they were performing really well. We talked to Cloud9, or I talked to mostly Meteos, and he said that Coast were constantly beating them in scrims too, and we were oh, they beat us too. So we thought they were really, really strong.
No, I thought Coast would be actually doing a lot better this season. When coming into the season, they were looking at a really strong team. They were kind of beating us consistently too. And we're whoa, these guys are pretty good. And then coming into the split, they just dropped, and I don't know, they didn't play as well as everyone thought they would.
I would like to say that Coast will step it up by the end of the split, but it's hard to say. Their core problem is something that's not easy to fix. It's just they can't perform on lands, and they can't really, it's hard to fix that.
Ignite points out of this one now. So if Wild Turtling Special gets...
Oh, he's called Ari, mid laner. Oddman's gonna have to flash out. They're paying for level 2. The level 2 charm is enough. There's the flash. The auto attacks are huge. It's not gonna be enough.
You did not stop
as
dropping
soon
roll.
as you make that call, you have to flash over the Baron wall very early.
Wiz Fusion's gonna make a dash and an attempt for the kill here. He may get stunned up though, may keep himself alive. Then 1W, can he get some passive movement speed? Breathe some fire. Come on, Zion, Spartan, your teacher's proud of you once more. 15-8. 26 minutes on the clock, and Coast is wreaking havoc right now. Coast has found ground in the fight. They get a double kill for Shifter. The base looks to be open. That was Shifter's auto attack. That Lichbane is crushing down the Nexus.
Though, is under attack.
It's going to be 43 minutes into the game. Zion Spartan tries to get himself to the other side. Can they destroy TSM's win streak? They're not going for the Nexus. They're going for kills. Coast daydreaming is taking speed. The odd one's trying to do what he can. Shifter with the Lichbane on.
Oh my God.
Spirit Rush still going for the kills. The second, he's not going to get it. Oh my God, he does get it. Coast breaks the win streak of Team Solomon to go 5-8.
Holy shit, the Lichbane won the game right there.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Really fucking
Yeah, we should have lost the game there. We didn't lose the game there.
No, you guys did. No, you guys didn't lose the game here. You guys lost the game.
We pretty much lost the game there. Like,
No, you guys didn't.
We lost it in hit. It's so huge. You got. We pretty much get Baron like 2.
You guys could have. You guys could have won the game.
We could have won the game easily. But like that was huge.
No, dude. Here, I'll tell you.
But, I mean,
you guys can look at the last fight was.
Yeah, okay, we officially lost the game at the last fight, but
No, because they're not a good team, so you guys can still come back at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're playing against SKT, one mistake you
technically,
lose.
we officially lost when Ari didn't die. Like we officially lost there. Like you want to talk about it that way?
No.
That's why we lost the game.
No,
but Ari got the last
at that ban call. No, everything contributes together. You guys can't just get you guys lost the game there.
Like that was like I would consider that as like 50% of the game.
No, because if we're playing against SKT and we give a first blood at red, we would lose the game.
Well, we're talking about this game. Like that was like 50% of the game. That Baron. Giving the inhib, like if we had the inhib, we would defend that game for so much longer.
All those mistakes are equal, dude. No. You guys did the Baron because you guys were under pressure because you guys thought you guys were way behind. All of them were factors that are equal. You can't just say we lost the thing. The reason why you guys only chose the Baron because you guys are desperate. You guys felt like you guys are desperate because you guys messed up at red.
I didn't think
you guys messed up at dragon. You guys messed up pushing middle.
I didn't think we were that far behind. Like we called for it because we called for it because we were.
No,
it wasn't a good play. We called for it because. Okay, so what happened was we saw Lucian bottom.
Carl said he called for it because he felt like you guys.
He called for it because he was desperate, but no one else felt that. I didn't feel
he made the call though.
Yeah, we followed up on the call.
So he made the call, so therefore he's the guy that calls for Barons usually, and the objectives around Barons. So he felt like you guys were in a losing situation. When I feel like we're in a losing situation, I always call for desperate plays. Because it's either we lose or we're not. What?
I don't think Turtle should be the one calling Barons. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. I think Turtle's better off at calling like Dragon.
Well, you guys can decide that, but the thing is, that wasn't the reason why it was. It's all contributing.
Yeah, I guess it's all contributing.
If you guys were way ahead, you guys think you guys would make that play?
I think I can only do.
No, you guys would not make that
We
play.
have done that. No. We have done that. This game.
No, we should have If you're way trapped it. Why don't we just
Yeah,
trap
we've
it?
done Baron like that. We lost like in his because of that before.
You shouldn't make those plays.
We shouldn't be, but I'm saying that's why I was like.
We should have sent Darius bot and just stand forward man in the pit. And
Yeah,
the first
that's
guy
what
walks
we should have
out.
done. Yeah, yeah.
Because you still have flash on Eddie.
Yeah, I know. I said
and
that.
they have no CDs on Ari.
I know. I said all those. I should have called for like. I should have been more. I should have been like, we can't do this at all.
Should have been.
But at the same time, like it was already really bad. We had to just go back to base at this point. There was like we can't even engage.
Yeah,
her.
we just have one
like,
guy.
even if we
Just have one
engage
guy
her,
back.
even if we engage her, we're not gonna win convincingly enough for us to get Baron off that.
No, but we still get a free kill and Darius goes.
And
bot.
we lose the inhib.
Darius
You guys would
bot.
lose that
Darius
anyways
goes
at this
bot.
point, though.
We did Darius to base.
By the time we started Baron, we would have lost 2 turrets.
But we
I
don't
guarantee
start
you.
Baron. We don't start Baron. I'm saying we trap Baron. We don't start it. And then we send Darius bot so we don't lose any towers.
We would have lost at least 1 turret.
I don't think
Like
so.
we
If
should.
Darius went back
we won't
as soon
lose
as
the
we
base
passed
turret.
it,
We won't lose base turret. But we already lost bot turret. Like bot turret was so low. Like it was low by the time we.
Making this mistake should be pretty much more common than making the basic mistakes early on.
I think so too.
This mistake should be way more common than losing red buff. Because red buff is the most basic concept of the game. You invade for that buff, you should get it. If you go into the game way behind already for level 1, you should just straight out lose. This is a play where you guys are probably gonna lose anyways if you guys don't make any plays. Because if they play it right, they should just outright win anyways.
Yeah.
If they played it right, they could have just straight stomp you guys after the red.
We didn't even need to lose at Baron. We would have lost the game already.
If you guys didn't even do that play and they played right, you guys would have lost.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't matter about that play or not.
The worst things were red, dragon.
Obviously it matters, but I'm saying it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. The grand scheme of things is the basics should be
we
at the top level.
can't say that. Like,
can't say
this team is
the reason
bad,
we lost.
so like we can make all these mistakes and get like forgiven.
You should look at the best possible. Like if you analyze the game at the best possible and the highest level.
Yeah.
When you lose the red to SKT, you lose the game. You generally get snowballed on. You get crushed.
We could still win because we still got 2 buffs.
SKT.
But if you guys want to be just as good as the best players in the world,
we'll lose the game. If we had that advantage, we
you
will
get first blooded, you lose the game. Impact gets first blood top. Impact gets first blood top. He fucking stomps top, and he wins the game for them. He just gets 5 CS every like couple minutes more on the top lane. He just slowly wins the game because he's way more fed. You make one big mistake, you lose the game.
Yeah. Right.
Close games, SKT is when they're both close, and they do team fights and they both trade 3v3 and someone gets some objective, gets a little bit ahead, little bit ahead, little ahead. But when you lose a big objective, only on you lose the game to a high level team. We're not aiming to be as beating Coast. Our goal isn't to beat Coast. Our goal is to be the best team in the world. So right now, when you're analyzing mistakes, you should always analyze it towards the best.
Although TSM would come back and beat Curse the next day, they'd have bigger obstacles to hurdle in the coming weeks, as Bjergsen would be leaving to deal with visa issues. However, a familiar face would be stepping in to take his place.